Hey everyone, how's it going? Today in this video I'll be talking about the ownership cost of getting a bike, whether it's a 125, 600, 1000, kind of all applies. So let's say the CVT is around £180. I'm not sure what it is now, but I think that's roughly what it cost for me a couple of years ago. So that's that. So you're £120 down. That's if you've passed it first time. If you got a full license, you're probably looking at £1,000 to get that license. Okay, so we started. Nice. Then you're going to want to get a helmet. These really do vary. It's completely up to you how much. I think you could get them from like £190 even. Like, that is completely on you and your budget. But let's say £100 just to be square. So you spent that now. Nice. Technically, you do not need other riding gear. But what I do recommend is obviously some form of jacket. Either is it the mesh ones, leather, whatever your budget and appetite for danger, or not danger, safety shall I say it is. And then you got riding jeans. This could be like Kevlar, like the ones that I'm wearing. It has armor in them too. That cost probably around 150. Obviously shopping around for brands there could be different prices, but I feel like that's kind of like the entry level prices. So let's say 150. Then you got boots, riding boots, because I'm not sure if you guys can see my foot, but there you go. It tears up your shoes if you're going to use it while shifting. So again, depending on how much you're spending, but let's say a minimum, probably another £100 there as well. Then you got gloves. I think these RST ones cost me £100. So cool. So we've got a full riding gear now. Amazing. Then we're looking at bikes. Obviously this is completely up to you on how much you spend on what you want to buy. So going off of my example, for my first year I got a Honda CBR 125 2013 from a dealership, I'd say. I paid 2k for that. Was it 1,900? Depending on where you get, you might even have to pay delivery costs. So I'm not going to include that because that's completely up to the person. Alright, so you got your bike now, you got your gear. You now need insurance. Great. This is the part where it stings. Because if you just have a CVT, it's probably going to be more expensive. If you have a license, it might be cheaper, but once again it depends on the CC that you are running. For me, I spent another stupid £2,000 on getting that bike insured. Ridiculous, right? I know they say basically get the best bike that you could have for your price range. Looking at it now, where I rode that bike for like 6 months, and then after it sat in my garden for like not 2 years, a year and a half, and I sold it for pennies. Because if you try to sell it on Facebook Marketplace or anything like that, people are going to offer you pennies for whatever it is you're selling. Examples being, like I said, my Honda CBR, people were offering me like ridiculous £700 for it, for example, 800. But people are time wasters on Marketplace, so hopefully you lot have better experience. But yeah, so we spent that much on bikes now, we spent it on our gear, and we got it insured. So 2,000 for the bike, 2,000 for the insurance. I'm living in London as well, so bear that in mind. Also, something that probably definitely did impact it is my insurance for my car had a claim because the secondary driver got into an accident, but because it's my policy, I lost my no claims and I got an accident on my record, which I don't know why it falls on me, but it did. So those are how much it cost me. So 2,000 for the bike, 2,000 for insurance, 1,000 for the license, so up to 5,000, and then let's say 1,000 for the shoes, 150 for the jeans. So we are on what, 5,250 at the moment. And then the glove, let's say another £40. There we go. And I don't think I said about the leather jacket, but I spent 170 on my leather jacket. So where are we at now? So it was on 5,250, let's say 5,300, let's say 5,500 is what it could cost you to start your motorbiking experience, which is ridiculous. But safety and appetite, each for their own. Like I said, depends on where you live, your age, the bike you get. But this was my experience for riding. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this quick little video, please give it a like and thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any feedback, please let me know. And yeah, let me know how your experience was getting a license.